This is your host, Kevin Donahue, with Dante Lennon, Kyle Chin, Alvin Almanor, and AJ Gallego. And this is KMSC, the only place for sports. Let's talk about the NBA semifinals. What's your guys' opinion? First in the East, let's talk about the Nets and the Heat. AJ?
I think that the Nets in the East have a good chance of beating the Heat, even though that they're down 2-0 in the series. Last night, Deron Williams had 0 points, which did not help the Nets at all, and Joe Johnson and Paul Pierce had to do a lot of the work. If Deron Williams sets up his game, as well as Kevin Garnett, they have a good chance of beating them, but they all have to play together as a team and work hard.
I disagree. I think the Heat is unbeatable with superstars like LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. The Heat are playing with amazing intensity on offensive and on defensive. If they continue to play like they are, they could easily sweep Deron Williams and the Nets.
Wait, no, you can't even been joking.
What?
The Nets. Okay, you have to look at their game changers first of all. Mason Plumlee. He's been able to stop anyone that comes into the paint for the most part. He's playing lockdown defense. All you need to find is his offensive touch. Deron Williams. He may have scored zip last time, but when he gets the chance, he can knock down that three, make the jam, and he could even take it to the hoop. He could find outside men like Joe Johnson, who's been their undoubtedly leading scorer, and then think about who they're missing. Brook Lopez.
Okay.
If Brook Lopez was there, they'd be unbeatable. They'd be able to stop Chris Bosh, and then they'd stop LeBron while he's in the paint. And then Sean Livingston, he's been playing great minutes. He's been able to, since he's been starting, he's been able to go around, get those layups. What else has he been able to do? He's been able to...
Nothing at all.
Excuse me?
Because first of all, the Nets is an old team. They have no energy to be able to catch up with the Heat, especially with LeBron running down the paint. Come on, dude. Really? You going for the Nets? They just lost 2 games on a row off of not being able to get offensive rebounds.
But they were at home.
No.
They were at home.
Home advantage had nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
They
it does.
barely won.
Home advantage.
They barely won off of their last series by hitting it by the skin of their teeth because of their little home advantage with little Brooklyn beside them. But now it's not doing anything with the Heat.
They didn't have home advantage.
The
Toronto
Heat
did.
is destroying them on offensive rebounds, points in the paint.
I mean, when you're LeBron, you can get any call you want.
I mean, when you're LeBron, you can easily outswoop who? Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce is playing stretch
KD.
4. You can't...
KD. You can't do anything. And then you got Dwayne Wade and all his assist men.
Dwayne Wade ain't got no game.
Dwayne Wade
He's
has
so old.
The
Dwayne
game was
Wa-
like, the game was
and-
like 5
and-
the entire
and as-
time, and Deron had
Wait.
no points.
He has no knees.
He's old. He's old, while the Nets are older than him. They are a team based off of another team trying to build up again. That's the only reason why Paul Pierce and him was traded to the Nets. The Celtics.
You can't even talk
the
about Paul
Celtics-
Pierce.
No. Paul Pierce is off. He's
truth.
getting old. He will not be coming back. He is old. He will not be able to get his skill back. The only reason why he was traded is because the Celtics are trying to rebuild. Now, next topic.
Alright, everybody, the next topic is going to be OKC and the Clippers. Alvin?
I'm on OKC with this one. I think they have a chance to beat the Clippers. With the MVP under team supported by Westbrook and Ibaka, they are a very offensive-based team, and when they're moving the ball, the Clippers have no chance.
I disagree with you, Alvin. I think that the Clippers are going to win this series. With Jamal Crawford off the bench and the combination of Blake Griffin and Chris Paul, the MVP and Westbrook have no chance to beat him.
Alright, so OKC has one of the best small forwards in all of the league. First of all, 1 MVP, great for him, and he's playing some of the best basketball he has. What makes you think that they could possibly pull this out? There's no way. Plus, they got Westbrook coming off his injury. Still looking at him, not sure how he's going to do. So, what's your opinion, Kyle?
Chris Paul is probably the best point guard in this series.
Nope.
Westbrook cannot compare to him. Westbrook is just a scorer. Westbrook could go 30, 4 boards, and maybe 2 assists.
Last time I checked, scoring wins games. But back to your point.
But Chris Paul, he finds the open man. He'll finish with about maybe 25, 13 assists, and maybe 2 or 3 boards. Blake Griffin, he finally got a shot. In the beginning of this series, I'd say Ibaka's the better man coming out of this. But Ibaka can't play defense as well as Blake Griffin can. Blake Griffin could slow Ibaka down. He could block him, post him up, and now that he's a jumper, he could fade on him. And DeAndre Jordan, it's finally peaking at the best point he could have for the Clippers. He's getting rebounds, putbacks, lobs. What else? He's getting his own jump shot. And then you got JJ Redick, who's one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Jamal Crawford, who won 6th Man of the Year. Matt Barnes, who could produce. He could go, if he has a good night, he could get about maybe 30 points a game.
Good night.
Well, a good streak.
Yeah. I don't think that wins games. So, on to the next game.
Alright, everybody. Now we're going to talk about the Wizards and the Pacers. Dante?
The Wizards are a pretty good team, but I'm pretty sure the Pacers are going to win. Their point guards are on point. Their bench is pretty good right now. AJ, what's your opinion?
I think that the Wizards are definitely going to beat the Pacers. Right now, the way they're playing, they just beat the Bulls, and the way that John Wall's playing, Bradley Beal, Ariza, they're all playing great ball. Nene is probably unstoppable in the paint right now. Kyle, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to have to go with the Wizards in this one. John Wall, probably one of the fastest point guards ever.
Fastest.
He's got that hustle. He's got a board, coast to coast, slamming it down. What else? What else do you have? You got Bradley Beal, nailing threes out of nowhere. He's been pretty clutch. The only person that could probably stop him from the Pacers is maybe Lance, because he has the height advantage. Trevor Ariza has come out of nowhere. He's been playing great. Nailing threes, been able to get into the paint, pass it out. John Wall's there, 3. Passing it out. Bradley Beal's there, 3. What else is there? Nene's been posting and toasting. Marcin Gortat, he's the real deal. He's been able to get boards, offensive rebounds, and slam it right back home.
The only way the Wizards could lose is if Roy Hibbert played the way he did against the Hawks, which was horrible. Last game he dropped 28 with 9 boards, and he pulled out the win. When he plays well, and the whole team plays good, they look like a championship team.
And that's all our time we have. Coming from KMCS. Good night, New York.